Now to a deadly virus that's breaking in the west of Africa, and that's the Ebola virus. Ghana is not immune from it, and the Ghana Health Service says the necessary emergency measures are being put in place to tackle any incidents of the deadly Ebola virus. The Director of Public Health of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Joseph Amankwa, assured of regular surveillance at countries' various entry points to check on travelers.
The Ebola virus causes severe viral hemorrhagic fever outbreaks in humans, which could result in a fatality rate of up to 90%. Ebola hemorrhagic fever outbreaks occur primarily in remote villages in Central and West Africa near tropical rainforest.
The name Ebola is derived from a river in Congo DRC called Ebola River. And the first outbreaks occurred in Congo DRC and the Sudan. And it's acute. The symptoms start suddenly. And they include acute sudden onset of fever, extreme weakness, bodily pains, and this is followed by vomiting and diarrhea and rash, and finally the bleeding.
The virus is transmitted to humans from wild animals and spreads through human-to-human transmission. Fruit bats are considered natural hosts of the Ebola virus. Currently, there is no treatment or vaccine available for either humans or animals who have contracted the virus.
The incubation period varies from 2 days to about 3 weeks to 21 days. There are no vaccines. What we do is to provide what we call supportive treatment.
Ebola was introduced into the human population through close contact with blood, secretions, organs, or other bodily fluids of infected animals. Already, 62 people have been killed by the virus in Guinea, with suspected cases reported in neighboring Liberia and Sierra Leone. How safe are Ghanaians?
Send notices around. In fact, as I speak now, all our regional directors have been given the guidelines, especially our colleagues in health facilities are taking through standard operating procedures, what to do. We have the sea crossings, the air, then we have the ground crossings. So we have our staff who have been trained and they report on regular basis.
Due to this outbreak, an emergency multi-stakeholder meeting will be held on March 28.
And you heard Wendy Lai say an emergency meeting would be held on 28th, and that meeting is going on. And Wendy Lai is at the ministry to bring us up to speed on what is happening there. Wendy Lai, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Bridget. Can you hear me?
All right, yes, I can hear you now. What more can you tell us about this emergency meeting?
I don't have much, but I can confirm that indeed this emergency multi-stakeholder meeting is ongoing. According to the PRO who did speak to me early on, he did tell me that the meeting started at about 11 a.m. They're still there, and it has to do with ministries, agencies, and departments. And I'm told it's a standing committee, a national technical coordinating committee, and they will be looking at the spread of the Ebola virus, which has already had killed a number of persons. That's about 60 persons in Guinea, with suspected cases reported in neighboring Liberia and Sierra Leone. And this is to put in place precautionary measures if any case should be recorded here in Ghana. And so far, no case has been recorded here in Ghana. So this is what I have for the meantime, Bridget.
All right, Wendy, before you go, what signals did you pick from him? Are they worried? They should be, really.
It's a very tight, closed-door meeting, and he doesn't really have much for me.
All right.
He told me he will check up there and see if he can get some more information from some. I'm actually waiting for him, but this is what I have.
All right. Wendy, thank you very, very much. Thank you so much for giving us up to speed on the Ebola virus.